Oh, shit. Replaying the intro, already fucked it up. First episode back. Well, not really back. Things have changed. A lot of stuff looks different. High risk, high reward is dead. Just like my beard, it is gone and it is no longer around solely because we are trying to be more responsible. I'm trying to look more adult or more hipstery. And then on top of that, too, we're trying to provide you with great sports betting content partnered with our friends over at Better Edge. Make sure you use code 10K. Get yourself $20 for free. You can hammer bets this weekend as we head into the NFL Wildcard preview. That's what this episode's going to be all about. Joined with me, as always, we got Camer, we have Renz. Boys, I look like a 1970s relief pitcher, or as I said, the Cincinnati Reds mascot is probably like the most accurate depiction of how I look right now. We will talk a little bit of baseball, but how the hell are you boys doing?
I'm fired up. I'm ready to get the new platform going. Also, you don't know who this is. I know Jack Johansson's watching, so he'll know. But you should look this up. You look like Andrew Chafin. He's a relief pitcher in the MLB.
You look like Andrew Chafin.
I just realized that.
Somebody send that to me. Like if you're listening right now, I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about. Baseball's pretty much dead to me. So, but send it to me. I would absolutely love to see that. I think I look. I got a couple like things. I was like, you look like the Cincinnati Reds mascot was number one. It's like you look like a young Sam Elliott, and I do have a deep voice, so it kind of like plays a little bit. The other one I got, who the fuck was it? Monopoly guy. I look like the Monopoly guy. It's like, yeah, it's pretty accurate.
You need a monocle.
I told Renzi too. I technically cut off. Right? Yeah, that'd be sick. I technically cut off like an inch or two off of my mustache. It was even bigger than this. But I was like, that's too fucking unmanageable. But once again, we are back. Minnesota Sports. Welcome to the 10K Bets live show. If you have not been here before, we talk about bets from a bunch of idiots. We have now added in a producer, Mr. Sammy Stats. So we're going to hit you with some stats as we progress through the NFL playoffs. Playoffs? Starting to Saturday. Oh shit, I forgot what my days were. But let's talk a little bit of baseball. We're gonna do a quick we're gonna try and keep baseball relevant. Look like a relief pitcher, look like whoever the fuck you just said. Let's talk a little bit of Minnesota Twins baseball. And Carlos Correa is back with the Minnesota Twins after a roller coaster of emotions. Rip Mets fans. Cam, let's start with you, buddy.
I'm fucking fired up. Anyone that says this is a bad signing is just not very smart, and they're not a baseball purist, I guess. He's still one of the best players in the MLB. And all these fucking people, they're like, yeah, the Pohlads never spend money. They never do anything. And then they do. They're like, oh, not that way. Like, how the fuck did you want him to spend money? We had no choice.
Also, there's no shot that we're doing our first show back and you didn't fucking silence your phone.
It's silenced now. Calm down.
Who texted you? Was it a girl?
I don't know. No, someone from work. Anyway. No, Jack, actually, JJ's on board, which is crazy. But I think it's a great signing. The Twins are back. This team is not as bad as people think, and I'm fired up. Also, my $200 jersey doesn't go to the dark.
That's cool.
That is important. Yeah, we're glad that you're still able to get some use out of that bad boy. Renzi, your thoughts? Carlos Correa, two of the Twins.
Obviously, it's an up. Not an up. I mean, we lost him, so it is an upgrade, I guess, in theory. But there's a reason why the Giants and the Mets didn't sign him. They didn't like it. Here we go, Cam. Here we go. There's a reason. It's just so Minnesota sports for us to fucking do that. And obviously it was pending a physical. That's what blew the deal. Obviously, we know what's wrong with his ankle, whatever the hell's wrong with him, because it happened while he was here. Or he had ankle issues, but they know what's wrong with him. They're saying fuck it. I mean, it'll be good, but it won't matter once we trade Arias and Kepler and don't sign a pitcher. Right. So we suck. It doesn't matter.
Which I'm not trying to interrupt. Before we started the show, these two boys were going at it. I brought up Kepler and they were going.
That's why I brought it up right away, because it doesn't matter. You can sign. We have no fucking pitch, and we're getting rid of our best hitter. Kepler is whatever.
Like visual representation, just to be honest with you, these were two cats. I'm walking around with a spray bottle. Like, no, stop it. And they keep fighting. I'm like, save it for the show. No, content. But no, anyways, Camps, go on. Go
Baseball fires me up. The Correa thing on the physical was from an injury in 2014. The reason why the Giants and Mets didn't want to sign him is because they're trying to sign him to 13-year contracts, and they think that after like the 6 or 7 years, like it could become a problem again. He's played 7 or 8 years after that injury. So honestly, not worried about that at all. Second, Kepler, he can go. That shift isn't going to help. The dude can't get the ball off the ground. So the shift does nothing. And then Arise, I love Arise. Like, he's a good dude. Like, he hits for a high average, but that's about
let's keep him.
That's about all he does. So if you can trade him and get the pitching that you want, that you think that we desperately need, which we do, but not as desperately as people think. But
do you think it's Pablo Lopez? I don't think it's Pablo Lopez.
It might be. It could be. But people think that Arise is all that. I'll tell you who the last two players that won the AL batting title, DJ LeMahieu, Yuli Gurriel, mid. The batting title is not a prestigious award. He won a batting title. He had the highest average in the AL. That's about it. You can get pitching for him, done.
Did those teams make the playoffs?
Yeah, because they're the fucking Yankees and Astros, and they had 700 different players. Like, that's not.
Well, where are 700 players?
I don't know. We don't have the payroll that they have.
Well, here we go. You just said you were a fan of the pull ads. Not anymore.
I'm not. I never
put it on a shirt. Cam, we're gonna meme that one. We could probably save that clip, and then we get to the end of the year, and you play that ooh, that like sad music over it, where you do a slow zoom on his face, where it's just like, or we could just pull the Gophers meme that was out there forever. You just sitting dejected in the stands. Loves the pull ads. That's I'm not a big baseball guy. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is probably like the most quiet I've been in the history of us doing a show together. I don't think I've ever had that long of a period where I haven't fucking talked. I think if you get rid of Arraez, you're a bunch of dumb, stupid idiots. But I mean, what pitchers are you going to go after if you're going to get rid of Arraez? What pitchers do you see as a possible option to really fix this team?
They've been talking with Miami, and they want Pablo Lopez, but at the same time, the reason why those talks stalled is because the Twins don't want to get rid of Arraez, or that's what they say. But for me, I actually think that our rotation isn't bad. I think we need bullpen help. That's it.
Positivity, Cam. I know you hate this bit that we tell you that you're way too positive because you're a young kid, you're a young buck, you don't quite understand. You've never been through the pain and suffering that Renzi boy and I have been through. But
let me know what you think, Cam, in July when everyone's pitching has a over 4 ERA.
I'll tell you this. We don't have a true number one, but our whole rotation is filled with 2s and 3s, which is so much better than last year already. We just watched a full season of Dylan Bundy and Chris Archer. You want to do that again? Because we can.
Which 2s and 3s are pretty solid Bemidji women. So, I mean,
yeah.
Look at it that way, Renz. It could be worse.
It could be worse.
2s and 3s. Well, I mean, I think that's enough baseball. Nobody really. I mean, we can talk about that when they are way subpar 500.
Yes.
Very, very late into the season. That's when we can start talking about the Twins, talking about how Cam messed up, and we'll reference back to this clip. But one thing we can kind of dive into, a staple of the previous show, once again, high risk, high reward, dead. They were all about gambling irresponsibly. That is not the case anymore. We love sports betting responsibly. We're going to try to be more responsible. Added in Sammy Stats, who's going to be helping us out. You guys will see him on the show going forward. But one staple that we've always had in the show is grievances. One thing that has bothered us over this past week, sports betting related or not. And let's get into the grievances. I'm going to throw out my first one if you guys don't mind. First grievance, Mattress Mac. And there's a reason. This guy is going to kill himself, whether he is on the winning side of a bet or a losing side of the bet. This poor guy is on a dangerous path. And I feel like, I don't know if it's just because we don't hear about it. I feel like he doesn't put in small bets. He just looks for big nuts plays. He is Renzi boy, just with way more income.
Yeah,
way more income. But he is, and he's an old guy, and he loves the TCU play. Tough look. Granted, he did win. Was it Houston? He won on. He won big on. That's the thing is, but even then, Houston excitement that. That's not good for an old guy, let alone losing all that money on a TCU bet that just wasn't even remotely close. Shout out Michigan. You guys are frauds, but that's besides the point. Mattress Mac, first grievance. I'm going to just do my second one if that's cool with you. Jake Cousins. I am on Cam's side. If you didn't listen to It's a Bit, one of our probably more popular podcasts, Cam brought a genuine concern to Jake. Jake locked him out after Cam was responsible enough to give him a ride home after a ton of drinks at a Wild game, and then proceeded to victim blame Cam It was just like, I'm gonna try to do my best Jake impression, but it's probably gonna come across as like an Eli impression. It's just like Cam. Well, I didn't say that. He just like accepted blame, but didn't accept blame. He's just like I don't remember doing it, so it's not a thing. It's like shit.
Which it pissed me off more than if he would have just said that it wasn't his fault. Like the fact that he said it was his fault, but then didn't. I don't know. He fucked me so hard that
Here's
night.
one thing I can say: Zane already on the list. Jake now on the list. That's two boys in the house on the list. Cameron, you're still good. Jackie boy, you're still good. Renzi boy, your grievance.
My grievance also a TCU game. I had a prize picks, and the only one that didn't hit was Max Duggan over 30 rushing yards, and it was I think at the end of the first half it was like minus 24 or something like that. So that wasn't even close. So that's my grievance. That wasn't even close. I mean, I don't. Since when did sacks start counting against rushing yards? It's not a thing all the time.
I don't know. That's weird. College is weird. I will say that game was fucked. I can't remember the last time I watched a championship game and actually went to bed at halftime. I was like, I don't want to watch this. This is the worst.
Honestly, almost as bad as like. I hate to say this because it's the Vikings, but the Vikings game this past Sunday, I, for the first time in the entire season, left in the middle. I was like, I'm going to go run errands. Like, they got this locked up. I don't have to worry about this. I can just go.
See, I was smart. I knew that it was going to be like that. I was snowmobiling the whole time. I had
smart.
Yeah. I was really going to watch.
It was kind of nice. Like, I got a lot of stuff done. Like, I now I know what it's like to live as a normal human being in society. It was like, oh, it's Sunday. Like, we can do stuff. We can go apple picking. We can do errands. We can get laundry done for once. And I finally did that instead of just pushing it off on my wife and just watching football all day. So felt good. Credit to me.
I had a nice peaceful Sunday. Went snowmobiling, went to the Wild game, and then I got locked out of my house. So yeah, cool.
Jake's the worst. Cameron.
This actually goes on the lines of trying to be more responsible. My grievance is myself. I just need to stop betting on the fucking Wild because I bet with my heart all the time. Like we were at the game on Sunday and it was like 5 minutes before puck drop. I'm like, fuck it. Wild minus 1.5. Dude, sniff a goal.
Tough.
I have one more grievance too. Actually, I can't, but I have one more too.
I was just going to say, I'm done betting on the Wild. I'm going to just watch as a fan because that's what I am. And I'm going to make my money on college basketball like I have been. So.
Ooh, there you go. Renzi boy.
My other grievance is you, Marlo.
What?
And Sammy Stats. That stupid Rangers. You're like, Rangers minus 1.5. It's a lock. The Wild suck. Not even close. They lost. That bet lost.
Okay.
And Sammy Stats. He had all those other player props. Those lost. That he's the one who gave me the Max Duggan one. Now that I remember.
Maybe Sammy Stats is bad. I didn't look into his.
I hope he's listening.
He's at his dad's
Sammy
birthday.
Stats, you fucked me. I'm Max Duggan. Fuck you, Sammy Stats.
Shut up,
today. I was like, this guy's the best. Not anymore.
They're looking back. You're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Guy's the worst.
Once Cam said himself, I'm like, I don't have a problem with Cam, but I got a problem with these other two assholes. Yeah, I do.
But here's the deal. Two things to counteract your point. I looked into stats, and stats made sense. Like the previous game that was played between the Wild and the Rangers, 7-3. The Rangers just sewered them. Shesterkin is honestly one of the best goaltenders in the NHL. He's nasty, and so it shouldn't have gone that way. Fleury, I thought would have played fine, and he did play out of his mind. I was very happy with Fleury's performance, even though people were like, he stinks. That's just not true. You're just dumb. But so I had rationale, but I guess the one thing that you should have thought about is I hate Artemi Panarin, and you rode Artemi Panarin. Like, you shouldn't have listened to me, and I shouldn't have listened to me. I hate Artemi, or maybe I should have listened to me by not listening to me. Artemi Panarin is the biggest scumbag in the entire world. I hate his guts. On the list, he's maybe just one step ahead of Jake. Zane is still like top, and then it goes like Artemi Panarin, then it goes Jakey Poo.
While we're on the topic of hockey, also I hate Panarin. He's a bitch. Every time
he is a bitch.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who that is. I'm not a hockey guy. But the fact that you're saying I took because you fucking said it.
Marlo, you just got to stop betting on the Rangers. The team. There was a hockey team that made me a stupid amount of money the past week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That is the Kraken. They are a fucking
wagon. Yep, that's for sure.
Well, the Kraken minus 1.5 at Ottawa. Free money.
Can I tell you some honest stuff?
Buffalo?
Can we act like we're in like the confessional booth right now? You guys are my priests. Hey, Daddy. So
Jack? Is
before
Jack
the before the season started, I was asked by one of my buddies. He goes, "My boss wants to put a ton of money on hockey. Can you give me some picks for who you think is going to win the Stanley Cup?" I was like, "How many do you want?" And he's like, "Give me 3." The 3 teams that I had picked: Boston Bruins, wagon. I picked the Carolina Hurricanes. This is before the season. This is in October, I want to say, early October. I said Hurricanes, Bruins, and then I said New York Rangers. So I honestly think I might have been trying to will Rangers win in there because I think they're still third in the Metro. They're still third in the Metro. And so they're sitting in a good spot, but I was just like, they got to do better. Like, this is going to make me look so fucking good if my buddy's boss, like, this guy's fucking smart. Maybe he'll tune into the show. I'm trying to gain viewers. And so once again, trying to will a win. I probably should have gave you all the information beforehand, but that's on you for not asking me. Like, hey, is there a secret thing behind here? You should just know that.
I think I'm going to throw $25 on the Kraken to win it all. Because if that happens,
that's crazy.
That might be like one of my favorites.
That's crazy. That's
$25.
That's still crazy. I would still.
I might do it with you.
Let's do it.
Just because Marlo says that's crazy, I'm going to do it.
Can't you just like max bet one slot, like just one little play? Like that, you're much better doing that than just throwing $25 on the Kraken.
You say that now.
Are the Kraken? Where are they in the standings?
I don't know where they're in the standings, but they're shit. They're so bad. They're shit.
It's not even close to true.
I don't know where they're at. It's not important. But you know what is important? Headwear and head in general. Let's talk about Northern Lids. It can't bonk. Chill out. Northern Lids, the custom patch hat company, which we are rocking right now. You can check this out. Renzi hasn't met up with me.
Can I have one of those?
No, you can't have one of those. But you know what? You guys can have one of these. Probably not this logo, but you can have one of these by heading over to Northern Lids today. Tell him that the 10K Bets boys sent you. He is an absolute beauty. Playing in the Minnesotan Cup with us, by the way, in Scandia. He's going to be probably the second best hockey player on the team next to me. I don't think we have anybody good, which is going to be bad. And Renz isn't even going to come coach. He's like, I'm going to go ice fishing.
Ice fishing.
You got a good goalie.
Freaking dork. Anyways, Northern
Who is
Lids,
the best hockey player for 10K? Who is the best hockey
in general, like through all of 10K?
Like if we're playing NHL 2K22, who would be the best overall?
Zane or Marlo?
No. Gage and Travis.
Oh, Gage, yeah, duh.
Gage and I mean, if you win a natty, like you guys are solid.
Besides them, because they're hockey players. But who else?
Me.
Of the civilians.
I would say Zane or Marlo.
Yeah. I'm willing to take on Zane in a 1v1 to prove that I'm the best.
Anyway, Northern Lids.
Yeah, Northern Lids.
Northern Lids. Northern Lids is number 2. Northern Lids number 2. Make sure you have Northern Lids. Tell them 10K Bets set you. But let's stop messing around. Let's dive into NFL wildcard action with the help of Sammy Stats, which Renz probably isn't going to listen to these because he hates
Not
Sammy
anymore.
Stats now. Credit Sammy Stats' daddy at his birthday party today. I think he said he turned like 65, 70. Jesus. Happy birthday, Daddy. Good job. But anyways, we can dive into some of the NFL matchups. We're going to go line by line. We're going to break it down for you a little bit. We're going to discuss and give you our personal picks. If you guys want to chat along, we will gladly have you. We want you guys to head over to YouTube, chat with us right now. Let us know what your guys' picks are. Bam, Cam says it right there. Come chat along. And while you're at it, Renzi Boy wants you to smash that like button. Smash it. And then while you're there, subscribe, please. I'm begging you. I'm desperate and we need the clicks. But let's go line by line. If you want to participate, go to YouTube, go to Facebook, comment along. We would love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your picks. And I can't believe we haven't seen any smash likes yet. Clean it up, boys. Clean it up,
Smash
boys.
it.
Anyways, first game of the weekend, we have the Seahawks versus the 49ers. As it stands right now, the 49ers are coming in at -9.5. Sammy Stats hit us with a couple lines here. He was looking it up. In Wild Card Weekend, we got our first like. Thank you very much. In Wild Card Weekend, as it stands right now, the Seahawks are 9-8 against the spread. The 49ers are 11-6 against the spread. I need to say something real quick. I put this in the group chat, and then Renzi very quickly brought me back down to reality. Before midway through the season, I told Cameron, 49ers, wagon. I was like, they're one of the top 5 teams in the NFL right now, wagon. And Cam was like, I don't believe you, wagon. They're a wagon. It's crazy. So, Cam, let's start with you, man. 49ers, wagon. Go.
This is actually my upset of the week. I got Seahawks money line. Geno Smith did not write back. And if he wants to prove to the Seattle Seahawks that he is him, which he is, and wants to play for them next year, he's going to win this game. Also, it's time that Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, he's going to get exposed. Can't handle the pressure in the playoffs. Seahawks money line. Book it.
Wow. That is a shocking play. Would not expect you to do that. Renzi boy.
Hey, you know what, Cam? I had the same exact pick,
Oh my
buddy.
God.
Smash it, just like the like button.
Yep.
I'm pretty much the same reasons. Brock Purdy, no one knew who he was like 3 months ago.
Right.
You think he's just going to go into the playoffs and play out of his mind? I mean, the 49ers, no doubt, they got McCaffrey. They got an awesome D. But you're not going to win without a quarterback. It's just not going to happen. And it's too convenient that the game's not that far from Seattle. The team that had, when they come on the field, they got the Big 12 with the fan. They're all about the fans. The 12s are going to travel.
Yep.
I think the Seahawks got nothing to lose. And like Cam said, Geno Smith, I think he's got nothing to lose. He's playing for a starting job for the rest of his career. So, I mean, I think it'll be a close game, but just for the value, I think it's like plus 380, 400 right now. I'll take the Seahawks money line all day.
Now, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to go a little bit combative because I think you guys are both morons. I do think the 49ers do win this one, but I did pick Seahawks spread. I think 9.5 is way too much. Way too much. Yeah. So Seahawks spread, I think, is a smart bet here. Renzi, you just go money line on the Seahawks?
Yeah.
Now, here's the deal.
See, you're already thinking it. You're like, that's too many points.
That is too many points. I still think the 49ers are going to win.
If it's within a one-possession game, it could go either way. All that is a turnover. Pick six. Game changer.
You're putting a lot on a pick six. I don't.
No, I'm not just saying a pick six. I'm saying it could be anything. I mean,
now here's the deal.
It could be a return for a touchdown. It could be Geno Smith making a crazy play. DK Metcalf. They got players. They have playmakers.
It's been proven time again. You don't need you just need a competent quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo alone has proven time and time again that you can get by with a competent quarterback. Jared Goff has proven that you are able to get by as a competent quarterback. Brock Purdy can be a competent quarterback, and so far has been a competent quarterback.
None of those quarterbacks were rookies when they made the Super Bowl.
What does that matter?
He's not experienced. He was the last pick in the draft for a reason.
How many games
did Patrick Mahomes do his rookie year?
4?
Yeah, that's my point.
Exactly. Don't compare Brock Purdy to Patrick.
Yeah, don't ever do that.
I want to Brock and roll and party every day. I'm all about it. I'm straight up. I'm going Seahawks spread because 9.5 is too much, but I do think the 49ers win. I think you guys are both dunce caps, and I'm looking forward to texting you guys on Saturday, telling you that you're dumb, stupid idiots, straight up. Diving into the next game. All right, so we got money line Seahawks, and then we got spread Seahawks. Myself here. Diving into the next game, we got the Chargers. This is honestly probably one of my toughest games that I had really had to put a lot of thought in. Chargers coming up against the Jaguars. The Chargers right now sitting at -1.5 is where the spread is at over at Better Edge. Now, stats for you, courtesy of Sammy Stats. 11-5-1. The Chargers sit against the spread in Wildcard weekend, and then as well, the Jags come in at 8-9 against the spread on Wildcard weekend. Renzi boy, let's start with you.
I don't know. It'll be a tough one, but I think it'll be really close. But I took the Chargers with the points. I think it's like -1.5 or something like that.
Yep.
The Jaguars, I don't know. They're just kind of an iffy team. The only reason why they got in was didn't they win off of a pick six? So those matter.
Jesus Christ.
Last week, or else they wouldn't even be in the fucking playoffs.
Well, we found the clip that we're going to put out tomorrow. Just you sewering me immediately.
And Trevor Lawrence, I think he might end up being all right, but I don't think he's all cracked up to what everyone thought he was going to be. And Justin Herbert, I think the Chargers are actually pretty good. Justin Herbert's, I think, probably a top 8 quarterback in the NFL. I don't know. He's pretty good. So I'm taking the Chargers with the points, -1.5.
Cam, I'm going to dive in here real quick. I'll just get mine out of the way here. This was one I really had to think about. I was leaning towards throwing money on the Chargers money line, but then I got a little bit scared because everybody seems to be like, Jags are looking. Did I say Chargers? I meant to say I almost threw a little bit of money on the Jags money line, but I got a little bit scared solely because I hear everybody talking about the Jags, which frightens me. It always frightens me when too many people are on it. I did take Chargers -1.5. I think that's just as simple. I've always been a big Chargers fan. Like I think they're just even before when like Herbert was developing and whatnot too. I was like their receiving core is just so sick, and it only got better. So I'm all about the Chargers -1.5. Seems like a lock to me. It was tough to think about though. Like just to be honest, I say lock, but it was a difficult choice. Cameron.
I got Chargers -1.5. This is probably the game that I'm least confident in because I think anything could happen. I'm also scared because I don't think Mike Williams is going to play, which sucks for the -1.5 bet. But I disagree with Renz. I think Trevor Lawrence is him. And now that he finally has somewhat of a team around him, he's showing it. So that Jaguars team is going to be in the playoffs many years after this.
Yeah, but the Chargers, going back to your Williams thing, Chargers have Carter. He's pretty competent.
Yeah, but he's not Mike Williams.
For a receiver. That's true. They're definitely not the same player. It's but yeah, Carter can at least get the job done. Just like a speedy little maybe a slot. I know he's a slot receiver technically.
Yeah. Nonetheless, I took Chargers -1.5 just because I think the Jaguars are just one of those teams where they finally got in the playoffs. They'll get a taste of it. They'll probably lose right away, but I do expect them to be back almost every for the next couple years. They should win that division.
Ryan, well, welcome to the show. Are you saying Chargers? Or are you saying holy shit? Are they playing Jags? Chargers or Jags? Which one do you want? Got to know. Because
I'm
now
assuming Chargers since we all took the Chargers.
That's true. We all are riding the Chargers. I would like to think he's not watching this with the audio off and just be like, yeah.
Maybe he's rooting for us.
Yeah. Hope you guys win.
Yeah.
All three of you, which would still be Chargers. Thanks.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's Chargers. We're all riding that one. It seems. I mean, like I said, it's the safe choice. I think the safer choice between the two, but definitely not an easy one. And it's going to be a scary, scary Saturday game. That's for sure. Diving into the next game, we have probably one of what would have been the most exciting games, maybe like early in the season. Now, maybe not so much. We have the Bills versus the Dolphins. Right now, the Bills are sitting at -13. That is quite the number. Your Dolphins are coming in 9-8 against the spread in Wildcard weekend. Your Bills are coming in at 7-8-1 against the spread, courtesy of Sammy Stats. Boys, Cam, we'll jump back to you. Where do you think?
I got the Bills and the points. That Dolphins team is in shambles. They barely sneaked into the playoffs, and Tua's not playing. Plus, the Bills, but obviously everyone knows what just happened. That team has a chip on their shoulder. There's no way they even make it a close game. The whole play. I think they're going to kind of just walk into the AFC Championship at least. So they're going to beat the Dolphins probably by 20.
Rents.
Me and Cam, we're riding this week. I'm taking Bills with the points again. Same with Cam. Pretty much for the same reasons. The Dolphins kind of suck. Tua's out. And like he said, with everything with DeMar's out of the hospital. Cam, you were in Buffalo. Those fans are crazy. The stadium's crazy. I've got a feeling probably about 10 minutes before kickoff. I don't know if DeMar's going to be on the field, but there'll be some kind of tribute or he'll be there. And that place is going to be electric. It's going to be crazy. And that's what I would take the Bills probably with 13 points, probably against just about any team. I mean, it's going to be crazy there. So this is a lock. I mean, this is probably the biggest lock that I have of the weekend, personally.
Joshua, I'm not going to lie to you. We are all riding the Bills. I'm also on the train. This seems goofy. For once, we're all agreeing on something. I'm Bills -13. Seems like an easy one. A power trip this morning was talking. I was listening to that on the ride over to my kid's school, and they were talking about how imagine if DeMar walks out of the tunnel pregame, just gives a wave. That alone would get everybody so hard. And they would just hard dick
Marley, you don't understand. The Buffalo fans they're the most passionate fans I've ever met.
But they're not Philly insane. They're
no.
Some of the nicest people I've ever met, which doesn't
they're woohoo football passionate. Yeah. They're not like Philly, I'm gonna punch you in the mouth passionate.
Yeah. If you're it's us against the world. I know that's like a Philly mantra. Bills fans are actually sweet. Hey, unless you're Sarge, right? Unless you're Sarge and you're just shitting on the entire city of Buffalo. On a flight to Buffalo in front of everybody from Buffalo. Yo, Jack, this city sucks ass. Straight up. He's like, Jack, you're 5 rows in front of me. Did you hear me? Buffalo, the city sucks.
Everyone's just shut the fuck up.
It's who the fuck is yelling? What the hell, man? That's my home. Yeah, Bills -13. We're all riding it. I mean, it stinks. I think this next game is where we're going to see a little bit of a difference. The homer game, the New York Giants versus the Minnesota Vikings. We have some really interesting stats story, right? Right now, the Vikings are sitting at -3. The Giants, wild card weekend, 13-4 against the spread. Sammy Stats. Wow, 13-4. Your Minnesota Vikings 7-9-1 against the spread on that wild card weekend. I think I'm going to start here. I'm going to start here. I think this is where we're going to get some differentiating opinions. I am taking the Giants +3. Giants +3. I think it's going. I'm not done. Giants +3. I think the Vikings win, so I'm also taking Vikings money line, but I think it's going to be a close game. +3, very, very close. On top of that, too, Vikings over or Vikings Giants over. I'm taking it. I think it's at 48 right now. I'm taking all three of those. Giants +3, Vikings money line over. I want to just ruin my wallet or make a shit ton of money, one or the other.
I gotta say that's kind of a rookie move. Putting yourself in such a tight window. Giants +3, but still Vikings money line, so they need to win by 2 or 1. That's just asking yourself to push.
I'm okay. I mean, what's life without a little bit of risk?
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Look at this mustache. Like, I'm willing to take some chances. Like, hop on or get the fuck out of my way. That's how we roll. Renzi, your pick.
It's kind of a homer pick. I don't have much of a choice. I'm going to be at the game. I'm taking Vikings -3. I mean, they beat them once. It was by a field goal. I could see this being a push. I could see the Vikings winning by 3 again. I really could. And I'm going to take the over too. I think it's going to be, if the Vikings win, I think it's a high scoring game because I think Saquon's going to probably have a decent game. Danny Dimes had a decent game against us the first time. Kirk's going to have to get Justin Jefferson, TJ, the whole crew going. So I think over Vikings -3. I think that's the play.
Okay.
Me and Renz are gonna have the same picks the whole time.
Oh my god, you guys are so dull.
I have Vikings -3. I'm also gonna be there, so there's just no way I could bet against them. I actually don't know. I'll still probably bet on it, but I hate betting on Vikings games, especially in the playoffs, because obviously I'm gonna bet with my heart every time. And honestly, my bet, I don't really care about it. I actually care about us winning, and I'm gonna have a panic attack the whole game. I'm gonna be so hungover at work on Monday, even if we win or lose.
Yeah, respect to Urbanology calling it Vikings by 10. That's a bold play. When State of Skull had their live show and I hopped on there, I initially did say Vikings 27-3. I was just like, let's go balls. Like this is the statement game. And then I very quickly looked at the numbers. I was like, I'm retracting that. That's a stupid play by my part. And so we all got different picks for once. I do agree with the Urbanology. You are about to see the US Bank Stadium pop off. It's going to be a nasty game. That's why I kind of hope I like having this tight window, and there's a reason for it. I want excitement in this game. I would hate especially for you boys going to the game, I would hate for you guys to be there and like we see like a Colts situation where you just jump up like 30-0 and then but instead of it flipping, the game is just dull the rest of the game. That would suck, right? Like it's fun to be there, but like you want a little bit of action right there. I love the tight window, all about that. Giants.
I'm not trying to like jinx anything, but I don't really believe in that anyway. I am 3-0 at Vikings games this year, including the one in Buffalo. So just got to ride with the.
So am I. Me and Cameron. We're there together. We're there.
Vikings -3.
There we go.
Vikings -3. Vikings -3, money line and over. I'm taking all three. We're riding straight across the board.
I might take the money line too. Just it'll probably be one of those things where I'm like drinking before the game, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna win.
It's only -139 right now, so you still get an okay payout on that as well too. Yeah. Just as a heads up for you, over at Better Edge, use code 10K, $20. But that's I love stats. That's why I was like, Sammy stats, great addition. You threw me a better stat. I like better stats. Vikings -3. We flipped it. Let's go. Once again, now we're all kind of, we had like various, like you two are the same. I'm the only one keeping the show fucking interesting. It's crazy. It's criminal. But speaking of interesting, head over to YouTube, smash that like button, subscribe if you can, please. We'll dive into the next game. Homer game out of the way. Once again, head over to YouTube, head over to Facebook, chat on there. We want to highlight your comments. We want to hear from you as well too. But 2 more games left remaining. My favorite game, Ravens versus Bengals. Bengals currently sitting at -9.5 right now. Ravens sitting 7-9-1 against the spread in Wildcard weekend, courtesy of Sammy Stats. Bengals 12-4 against the spread on Wildcard weekend. No, I didn't start. You can't, Renzi boy. You start. Go ahead.
Me start.
You start. No, never mind. Cam start.
Okay.
All right.
Cam, you're boring. Renzi, you go.
You
okay? Is Lamar playing?
I don't believe so.
I don't know.
If he's not playing, I'm taking Bengals 9.5.
How'd you do no research on this?
I don't know, because I looked at it earlier and I think it's up in the air. Like he might. I still don't know if they know yet.
The fact that the line is set at 9.5 makes me think he's not playing.
I'm going to assume so. Even if he does,
he's not going to play. But also at the same time, he ruled himself out. Lamar fucking hates Baltimore. He's out of there. He's done.
He does.
So
See you in Minnesota next year.
No,
yeah, maybe.
See you in Minnesota.
But either way, Joe Burrow. If Cam thinks Trevor Lawrence is him, Joe Burrow is him. Joe Burrow.
What's Joe Burrow then? Yeah.
Joe Burrow is on. Joe Burrow's fucking him. He's on fire. So is that whole Bengals team. I mean, they're fucking unreal.
Yeah, cue the Dennis Reynolds clip. I am a golden god. Just put Burrow there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Bengals got a good shot at making it all the way to the Super Bowl. I think they could beat anyone in the AFC. They beat anyone in the AFC. So I don't think the Ravens, even with Lamar, are that good. I mean, they're good. They're not that good. So I'm taking Bengals with the points.
I'm going to go Bengals 9.5 hammer again. Bengals, I think, are the best team in the NFL. And I think we played a big part in that. High risk, high reward ended up winning the fantasy football league. It does not matter because State of Skull is doing the paintball comp. That's what everybody wanted. But I feel like we played a big part in that by picking up Joe Burrow, putting faith into him early, riding him to the championship. And I'm going to continue that trend of riding his ass all the way to the ship. Joe Burrow, going forward, no matter what, if we're talking Bengals, just expect me to bet them. Bengals are going to be the pick. It's Vikings, Bengals. I'm going to be honest with you. Bengals. I'm being honest. Bengals. Cam.
I think I also agree with the Bengals. Like I think they're good and they are a wagon, but 9.5 is
don't do it, Cam.
Too many points for me in a divisional playoff game to the point where like I'm staying away from it and I'm going over 40.5. 40.5 seems a little low to me, and I think honestly the Bengals could probably put that up themselves. So I think that's one of my locks this week too.
Ooh, big time lock guy. Yeah. Okay, so we had some agree. So you said not spread, but you are going to take money line, or you said over?
No, I'm not going to take money line just because at that point it doesn't pay well. So I'm just going to stay away from the spread or the money line and just hit the over.
Yeah, money line was sitting at like minus 445, by the way. Yeah. So that's why I was like, wait, what? Why the hell would you even touch that? But yeah, I get that. I respect that. That's a good play. Going into the final game, let's see if you guys have a different opinion for once, please. For the love of God, pick different teams. That's all I'm going to ask. Final game of the weekend. Probably, honestly, my most hated game in my personal opinion. Cowboys versus Buccaneers. Cowboys currently sitting at minus 2.5 right now. 10-7 against the spread on Wildcard weekend. Bucks 4-12-1 against the spread, courtesy of Sammy Stats. Boys, Cameron, let's start with you.
I'm actually pretty excited for this game because I just don't know what's going to happen. But I got Bucks money line. I don't think there's any fucking way. Like Tom Brady might retire, especially on Monday night. He's not going out. He's not going to lose to Dallas.
Yes, he is.
I got Bucks money line. That's another one of my risks. I'm not as confident in it as I want to be, but I'm going to roll with it.
It's paying out plus 135 right now for that money line as a heads up. So that's I respect that play. Not quite a big nuts play, but I respect it, I guess. Renz, please give me a different opinion.
I can't.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I thought you were shaking your head because you're like, this guy's a moron.
No, I didn't. I thought I was going to be the only one who was on Bucks money line. Tom Brady's never lost to the Cowboys ever. And you think he's going to lose at home in the playoffs? Tom Brady? No. Fuck no. Mr. Stats yourself. Look at the stats because you're going to need them. Change your bet, Marlo.
I hate you guys because we talked about this beforehand as well too, right? I was like, hey guys, after the show, I'll be able to do the video and we'll make a graphic as well too. We'll start to prep one and then we'll put it up. There's no point because I'm just gonna lump you two motherfuckers together because you have
might as well.
Picks. Did you guys legitimately have the exact same picks throughout this entire show?
I swear to God, this is not scripted.
Well, I took the Bengals spread. I guess we took different bets on that game. But Cam, if you were gonna take a team with the spread on that game, who would you pick?
I would take the Bengals. Yeah.
So we're the same.
I drew your guys' faces and went out. I might just have to do a holding hands, like Jack and Jill at the hill, the bucket of water. But the bucket of water is just your guys' picks.
Sounds like a couple of guys who know what they're doing to me.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see at the end because I took Cowboys spread because I love 2.5. That seems easy. I think the Buccaneers are frauds. I think Tom Brady's donezo. He looks like a sickly, dying guy. It's just repulsive to look at him. He's not even hot anymore. That's why Giselle left.
Did you see his new girlfriend though?
I don't give a shit.
Smoke show.
I don't give a shit. He's starting to turn into like the Crypt Keeper. Like
It don't matter.
He's straight out of a goose.
What a bigger morale booster than having that gal on your arm. My God. Good for him.
That means nothing to me. Cowboys spread. I'm also taking the money line on the Cowboys as well too, minus 135. I want to double. Nick, not now. Not now.
I'm so glad he's in here because I knew Veach wasn't, and the fact that we have a Tom Brady truther in here, I'm telling you, I haven't been a huge fan of Brady, but I've bet against him in the playoffs, and I'll never fucking do it again.
The truth is going to be unveiled when he ends up eating an L to Dak Prescott, and he goes out on the biggest. Like that, I mean that Dak Prescott's not good. I want to make that very clear. Dak Prescott
can't be good.
Not good. I remember one of the funniest things I ever saw about Dak Prescott. It was just like Dak Prescott has a screensaver of himself, like on his cell phone. It's like a Cowboys still shot or whatever of him. And then someone was like, "What else is he gonna put on there? He's not married with kids." I'm like, "It's still sad. Like it's just put your jersey on there. Like that's cool, whatever. I don't know, but like a photo of yourself is very weird."
He also doesn't know how to have fun because I remember he was on Part of My Take and they asked him about his favorite porn star and he got pissed. Like he just doesn't know how to have fun.
What a dork. What a dork. He's going to be the new Russ Wilson, right?
Probably.
Nick Lewis, last playoff game was 27-3 comeback. Only blown coverage kept them out of the Super Bowl. I don't care. The Buccaneers are dead.
Change your bet, Marlo.
No, I won't. I flipped one bet because you hit me with some stats. You hit me with some better stats. Tom Brady looks like he's on his deathbed, straight up. Like race to death. You Mattress Mac or Tom Brady.
And that chubby guy Ezekiel Elliott are going to go to Tampa and beat Tom Brady for the first time ever.
No. I think Pollard and I think CD are going to beat the Buccaneers.
I don't think it'll probably be their defense. They haven't beat some, but
Mike Evans is going to expose Diggs. Diggs blows.
I hate you guys. You guys know that. I just wanted you guys to know I hate you guys.
Yeah.
But this has been a, I guess, I don't know, do we wrap here? Like, this has been one of the worst shows of all time. Like, stop putting up comments. You get that down. That's why we need Sammy.
Sounds like Nick knows what he's talking about.
He's right on everything.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Vikings.
He's riding with me and Cam.
Tom Brady's coming to town. Oh, Jesus Christ.
We don't want to hear that. That's not true.
Thank you, Haley. Thank you. Appreciate you.
If you guys want to lose money this weekend, that's fine.
We're not going to lose money. Tom Brady's dead. He's dead. Clip this right now. You could play it on Tuesday.
I can't wait till
Tom Brady's dead.
That's the Monday night game, right?
Yeah.
Dead.
Okay, well, when we record on Monday, which we're going to record on Monday, everyone, look out. We're going to talk about this. Maybe the game will probably be on. Maybe. I don't know.
Dead.
Allegedly.
Dead. He's dead. He looks disgusting. It's gross. Get him off my screen. Get him off my TV. Get him out of the NFL. Sick of him. He's dead. Brock Purdy's better. Thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you guys. This has been the first episode of 10K Bets. Anybody that has ever tuned into HRHR before, we really do appreciate you following along. This is probably the most amount of viewers that we've possibly seen. Make sure you head over to Better Edge. Use code 10K. Bet along with us or bet against these two clowns that are sitting next to me. Ride CD. Ride CD on Monday.
You would.
I would.
Yeah, I would. You want to, won't you?
I would. Thick boy. All about it.
You giving up mustache rides?
You guys are disgusting. Tom Brady ammo. Yeah. There we go. Nick Lewis. Yeah. Tom Brady ammo. Yeah. He's going to find this clip. Everyone take this clip. Send it to you.
I'm going to tweet Tom Brady. We got to clip this. I'm going to send it to him every day.
Hey, Tom Brady. Message for you. You old fuck. You're dead. Just quit. Give up.
Yeah,
you lost your family. You're losing Monday.
Boy, pretty harsh.
Boy, sheesh. All right. Thank you for tuning into an episode of 10K Bets. We appreciate you. We love you. Hopefully you guys have a good night. Enjoy your weekend as well, to extended weekend. Drink lots of Michelob Golden Lights. Enjoy football. Love you. Make sure you hammer that like button. Smash that like button for Rens. Make sure you subscribe. We appreciate you. Hopefully you guys have a good day. Bye.